Okay. Making sure I heard you, man. All right. All right. All right.
So,
Well,
but we have with us. You go ahead and finish introducing yourself, sir.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Zoom was feeling a little upset and crashed on me. But yeah, Olufemi College I here to shout out Lewis Hamilton, the GOAT.
go ahead. It's your time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's go
man,
time. My
where do
bad.
I
It's go
begin?
time. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Where was I before I got cut off? Now it's just for that sport, you know, and what that sport represents. It's a rich man's sport for sure. Getting into kart racing, open wheel racing, is not for the faint of heart. And how much he had to persevere to get to where he is to become pretty much the greatest of all time. Um, and still have so much track left in his career, and to see how much further he's going to go, because he's done it with so much poise, and it's going to be interesting to see now that he's matched a number of championships, how much more fun and how much more risk he's going to take when he's on the track. So I think the next couple of years is going to be fun for him, and just how so that's my guy.
Give me a correlation, because like when I see it, I'm definitely not appreciative as I should. I know that's on me just being not familiar with the sport and what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But can you do it in either Serena terms or Tiger terms? What we talking about?
He technically passed them both. Yeah, and that's interesting. And in those type of sports, so because where's Serena with tying the record?
She's either one off.
She's
one off, but she's one off.
Yeah, she won off.
But she's one off. She's not one off from like a contemporary comparison. She's one off from a historical comparison, like the 20s and shit.
Yeah.
But Homeboy's one off in the current time. Oh, he's tied in the current realm of. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference compared to somebody when there's no real competition back in the 20s versus someone who's kicking ass.
Yeah.
So close your ears, or other Olu, close your ears. He's eclipsed the Jordan of his time.
Yeah. So, but the challenge is there is nobody else in previous times because of the way the sport is and the ups and downs the sports have had in the past. So that's why it's like it's as if basketball was created in the 80s, and then there's only Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So once you beat Jordan, and basketball didn't exist before the 80s, this is kind of where we are. So he's kind of tied Jordan, but he's tied Jordan at a much younger age. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like everything he does, and he is able to achieve what Jordan did at a much younger age, pretty much what I'm saying, with fewer games. Think of it like that too. So early in career, fewer games to get there. And people watch to see if he's gonna lose. You know, because it's kind of like, oh, Lewis is gonna win. Lewis is gonna win. This last race too was completely the race he won the championship when he just had to finish the race. Because his teammate Bottas, if he placed, because that was the only next person that was close, and the season still has a lot of races left, but he's so far in points that he won the championship, and he just had to finish the race and not be more than like I think 2 places. He just had to finish the race even if the next person won.
Like what?
So yeah, because it's a point system.
Right.
He's won so many points and he's so far ahead of everybody. This race where he won, he just literally had to finish the race, and he won his championship for the season. Even though there's still more races to go, he's that far ahead of everybody. Because I think it's at least 5 races left, if not more than that.
So does he race the rest? Does he just like cruise? And then how you play it? What are you gonna do? Like just
he's just gonna have fun. He's just gonna rack up points. And yeah. And it was in the race. It was a crazy race. During qualifying, everybody was crashing. Nobody could hit their times in qualifying. So he started 6th in this race. So, and he still won the race. You know what I'm saying? He just had to finish, but he won the race. And driving in the rain is hard. You know what I'm saying? Driving in the rain, it's all about the driver. Like there's 2, Mercedes spends way more money than everybody else. So sometimes it's just like, oh, he got the best car. The way he's been racing the past couple of years, he pretty much will beat anybody in any car that's on the track. is what it's looking like, especially winning these type of races in the rain where it really is about the driver and not the car. Because in the rain it gets you. It's just wet. Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Is there anyone like even currently close to him? Like, will he have any competition for like 5 years?
Nah, it's one of those maybe never. Because the sport is so competitive and you have to be focused for so long. That's the challenge in that sport. You have to be focused for so long. So 7 championships, and then he's been close a couple of times too. So it's just like even in NBA winning 7, like how you gotta stay healthy, you gotta stay focused. Your team gotta be good. The engineers in your squad gotta be good, and they gotta be no young gunners coming for you.
Did you say something about my homeboy? 'Cause I missed you. You went out. Then I heard you come back and say, championships for consecutive years. So I thought I might have heard you say my man.
Not doing that. We're not doing
Nah, I know what he said. I said.
Oh, you say you gotta be so focused for that many years to get to the plateau. I thought I heard.
Huh? And win. Because
that's
my guy too.
Okay,
that's my guy
okay.
too.
Just making sure. I heard it wrong.
So,
I was making sure you did, because you know what time it is.
Yeah.
Catch y'all.
I mean, it's all GOAT talk today. So I think it's just impressive, and even for that sport, because that sport's had a lot of ups and downs. It's a sport that's struggled in America for sure, and you know how Americans are very focused on American sports only. So and how much he's going to be champion. So we'll see. I think it's we'll see. So I'm gonna definitely see him race again. I saw him race once at Monaco. He didn't win there. But I look forward to seeing him race again in person.
How can someone? So we essentially all went to the same school, have similar upbringings in terms of this.
Yeah.
So, but how did you become attracted to the sport? You see what I'm saying? Like, what made you follow it and say, "Oh shit"? Like, what was it?
I mean, ESPN low key. You know what I'm saying? Growing up and just leaving the channel on ESPN sometimes. ESPN will cover all sports, and I just always been a fan of cars as a kid, and I kind of just lost focus. I mean, I used to watch NASCAR a little bit. I shed a little tear when Dale Earnhardt died because I used to cheer for him. And then I kind of stopped for a little bit, and then in my travels, it was like, yo, I'm gonna go to a Grand Prix, and I ended up going to Monaco 2 years ago for a race, and that's really what kind of brought it all the way back,
Gotcha.
But I always paid attention a little bit because there's a lot of great documentaries, and race car drivers are a different breed of people because it's just the amount of focus you have to have for a long amount of time. And we talk about football being a game of inches, is like what they do in those cars and how close they are, and it is close to a life and death situation every race for them. I mean, randomly, one of my favorite movies is Days of Thunder. You know what I'm saying? It's a little cheesy, but I enjoyed it as a kid, and the dramatics of racing and how you just always want to be a racer when you're a racer kind of thing. I think that's what pulled me in, and that's why I still enjoy the discipline of the sport. You know what I mean? And remember how we used to drive when we was kids, low key. We used to do a bunch of stupid things.
Up and down George Avenue.
There was thrill in it. There was thrill.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what would be an entry point for someone that's like listening, or hell us ourselves? Like, what, for instance, like next season come around? What
I don't
what
even know.
Okay.
Oh, to get into being a spectator or get into
like
that's two different things. Because being a spectator, you just gotta wake up on
team together.
Yeah.
You gotta have like 20 million.
Nah, that's like Now, I don't even know, because I think somebody just sold their team because one of the moguls in India, he run into some financial issues and he sold his team. I forgot how much he sold the team for. Teams cost too much. Because also the kind of Mercedes having their team. Red Bull has been an interesting player in the sport, being that real. And I think it was a big and smart move for them to have a team and continue to maintain a team. And then Ferrari. But then you see, it's like not every engine maker is there. And the difference between how that sport is ran and NASCAR, some nuances that you learn over time. But I mean, getting into it is just paying attention to the sport. I don't really know what else. I mean, the highlights are dope. but there's so much technicalities into it. Just like when you're picking up any other sport, there's the what you see from afar is just whoever finishes the race first, but things in discipline and managing your tires, managing lap time, adjusting for weather, how you race when you're polling, because you get a bunch of practice rounds during the poll and do multiple heats to see who gets the fastest time. That determines the pole position when you go into the race, and then going from there. And then also it's a semi-team sport since every team has 2 drivers. So, I mean, yes, you're competing with your teammate, but you're still kind of mindful of certain things. And then also the engineers you have backing you up, your pit times. I think one of the most beautiful things is to see Formula One car go into the pit and come out, you know what I'm saying? And that happens, all 4 tires gassed up in under 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Before you can even blink, the car is already gone.
Gotcha.
So, more of an international sport now.
You was doing some digital singing just then, brother. You might have to repeat
Hey,
that.
you on your work laptop, man?
Nah, he's on the West
I'm
Coast.
on my personal.
I feel like your employers fucking with us, man.
Nah. It's you know, I think everybody's on the internet. Everybody's on the internet because the Seahawks won. You know what I'm saying? They just started firing fireworks in the background, low key, just because they won. In all neighborhoods, so he's going hard.
I want to know about the atmosphere in Monaco at the race. How was that?
Oh man, I never felt so poor in my life. I was only even put one of the pictures up in the background. It was just, I mean, because it's a rich man sport, you know what I'm saying? Even if you look at all the type of ads in the backgrounds of the sport, you know what I'm saying? Hublots, Rolex, it's just big name brand. So, and Monaco being one of the biggest races where rich people come to show off. Everybody brings their mega yachts out because the race is right next to the water. So all the rich folks got their mega yachts out next to it. They actually came a little more prepared with some pictures to share. But it was amazing.
Did you pull yours up? You pulled yours up?
Oh, nah. We was on BMW time, you know, bus metro walk, you know what I'm saying? And then even walking around Monaco, it was just like Ferrari, Lambo, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Lambo, Bugatti just passing you on the side of the road when you walking and things like that. And even because we didn't stay in Monaco for the race, we had to stay in the town between Monaco and Nice. So we rented a condo and we had to Uber into Monaco every day because the prices of just getting a room were ridiculous. But it was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience. We didn't make it on anybody's yacht. That's the plan for the next trip.
Go to the casino?
No. Make it on a yacht to watch.
No, I said, did you make the casino?
We stepped in the casino briefly. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we stepped in the casino briefly. We ain't gambled.
Briefly, huh?
Nah, I mean, we were just enjoying the vibes.
We've done the same thing. No judgment.
Yeah.
So when you say you watched the race, though, like, is it? I'm sound ignorant as fuck. Like you went to the corner and was like, how's that work?
Man. So the tickets we got gave us access to the pit road the day before qualifying, the morning before qualifying. So you got to stand on the pit road so you could sit into each one of they call it the paddock. It's each one of their garages where they tune their cars. So you saw a lot of the man, I actually got it, but I don't even think it's in this phone. Because Lewis Hamilton came out, signed some autographs, and then a couple of other drivers from Ferrari walked by. I'm trying to think who else came by because I'll be forgetting everybody's name. But yeah, so we did that the first day. Then on the qualifying day, we actually got to watch that at the top of a penthouse that overlooked the track of the city. Because in Monaco, the track goes through the city. So we watched the qualifying day from the top there. And then race day, we had seats in the stands by, I think, the second to last turn before the finish line. So I think that's, And it was an interesting position because behind us, you could still hear was the straightaway, the longest straightaway for Monaco. And you really are there. And the engines are loud. And you really, and it's just a beautiful sound to me when you hear an engine like that just taking off. And another good part of the experience is after the race is over, you get to walk the track. So we actually walk the track. So actually, I forgot, about 10 years ago, I took a trip to Europe, and I drove through Monaco and we stopped. That trip, we got to Monaco the week after the race was over, so they were already dismantling the track. But there was this group that had a little Ferrari experience where they'll take you in a Ferrari and drive you through a portion of the track. So I did that 10 years ago, and that's also what made me was like, yo, I want to come back during a race one year because it was just dope riding through the part of Monaco where the track is. A Ferrari. I mean, we didn't go fast. I mean, he revved up the engine a little bit, and nothing crazy, but it was a dope experience.
Right.
Yeah.
So salute to the GOAT, Lewis Hamilton, baby.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed.
man. Yeah.
Anybody else got anyone to add for this week?
I ain't topping that. Give
Yeah,
Lewis Hamilton
no.
give him his space on that one.
That
Yeah.
was a whole segment. Yeah, no
Yeah.
question.
Yes, indeed.
A good one. So thank you, good brothers, for jumping on this evening. We'll go ahead.
Go Giannis, baby.
wrap this up.
Miami, shit.
Yeah,
Olu K. Where Giannis going, bro? Where you going?
Oh man, I don't even know. All I know is a lot of Nigerians gonna buy them jerseys though. That's what I do know. You know what I'm saying? I still
My
feel
neighbor
some
got
kind
one, man.
Yeah. I still feel some
My
kind of
neighbor
way.
got one.
I didn't buy the Coming to America's his first shoe. I might go back and pick those up. But now he got a promising career. It's gonna be interesting to see how teams utilize him and how certain coaches utilize him too, because there's something special there for sure. I mean, 2-time MVP. But championships matter, so we're gonna see.
I ain't gonna add nothing to that.
Indeed. So once again, it's the Jive Time Turkeys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you listen, put us on with somebody, one person, and each week we'll grow and grow. So thank you for joining us, and until next time, peace.
Peace.
Peace.